Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Sorry we're running a little bit late. Um, Bear with me just 1 second. I'll be right back with you. All right, guys. I have lost the cord to my camera, so I did have it all worked out. We were going to have the camera on. It was going to be a good show. I will continue to um, try to get that going, but I just want to say hello to everybody real quick before I start working on that. Um, thank you guys for being patient with us. We got COVID, and it has been a rough go. Allison tested positive on Saturday, and then I was right behind her getting sick. Hold on 1 second. Thank you, Georgina, uh, for that super sticker. Let me see who's in here, and I'll say hello to everybody. Hey, Kaz, how are you doing? Hey, Judy Johnson. Hey, Linison, so thanks how you say it. Luna Umbra, Reluctant Healer, Lisa Mount, Music City Mom, Debbie Howard. I think she's in here. Oha to you. Guys, I'm sorry. It's getting to take me a minute just to get back in the swing of things. It's been over, I guess, a little over a week since we've been on. Hey, Sweet D. Hey, Trudy. Hey, Sunflower. Um, Willow Moonstone got COVID too. Hey, K Dan. Danita Stokes, Pink Butterfly, Karen A, Louisiana Girl. And we see you. Fruit Loop, Patty Barnett, Aaron Eberhard, Stay Strong, and Persephone's Pomegranate. Persephone's. Red's Paradise. I think I said hi to everybody. Katie, Grandma Sandy, Tuesday Low. I've went through everybody. I had to say hello to everybody. Jackie, Butterfly Journey. All right. So I've put together something pretty good. At least I think it's good. I don't know if anybody else has covered this, but it's the first time I've seen it and felt like it needed to be talked about. So I put a slide thing together, so slideshow, so it'll be easy for everybody to follow along. I'm learning, guys. Through on my downtime, I've been teaching myself how to work these things better. So I'll let everybody get a chance to get in here. Blame everything on COVID brain. I do. I just found out about COVID brain the other day. I was like, it is true, and it's true. And I thought Alli was lying to me, but obviously it's a real thing because I've definitely got it. Oh, thank you, Louisiana Girl. All right, so I'm gonna get started right here in a second. Trying to think if there was anything else that we needed to talk about real quick before we started. It's been a long week.
It's been a long week.
And
a rough week.
Yeah. And I really tried to stay off YouTube except for here and there. If we're going to take a break, take a real break and just shut out YouTube and all the craziness for a while. So let's see. I'm going to run this across the bottom for everybody while we do this. So if anybody has any information on Summer Wells, please call 1-800-TBI-FINE or Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at 423-272-4848. And let me see. I guess we'll get started. What's up, Blair? How you doing, buddy? He said, what in the hex? I don't know if they're ever going to solve it. I hope they do, but the best thing we can do is keep trying. Our plan was to go over some things from the beginning. I was going to do that today. I was going to pick up with some Jackie Dobbs stuff, but I started researching into something a little different. And this will be really interesting to you guys. So let me get that started. I'm going to pull this up right now. All right. So let me see if I can remove myself. Okay, so you couldn't hear me at all through that. I'm sorry about that, guys. I guess I'm going to have to do it like this. All right, full screen layout. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, they can't. Can you hear me? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so who is
Candy Aldridge? We can see you. We said that whenever y'all couldn't hear us, but we can see you. You're not blocked.
Okay, everybody can hear me now. Cool. All right, so who is Don the neighbor? And I never, I feel like he just got looked over a lot. And I feel like if we're going to be objective and we're going to look at everybody, then we're going to look at everybody. I found out some stuff that's a little crazy. And, this is not blaming anybody for anything. This is just looking at the facts and the things that that we can find with public information. So, okay, this is the guy, and we'll go over this. This is him right here. Okay, this is the neighbor who was at the bottom of the property looking for Summer with her brothers.
When Dawn came home.
When Dawn came home on June the 15th. Also was the neighbor who drove up and asked the protesters to leave at the bottom of the hill. Okay, I just wanted to tell everybody we're on the same track here. All right, go to the next one here. Can you please turn up the sound a little? People are saying, let me fix my mic real quick. I think everything should be good. All right. Okay. All right. So we'll go to the next one here. All right. This is his son. This is Donald Jr. He got into some legal trouble in May of 2021. And this is a little bit concerning right here. I don't know if anybody had seen this, but I found it today, and it really made me raise my eyebrows. So he was caught in Sullivan County. This is what the article said that they put on their Twitter and their Facebook. It says the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office recently received tips from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children regarding child. I'm not going to say that word. You should read it. Being uploaded to the internet from a residence in Sullivan County. Detectives began an investigation into the tips and determined that the IP address of the suspect came back to a residence in Blountville. Investigators were provided with the username of the Snapchat and Instagram accounts that the suspect was using to transmit the pornography. The suspect's date of birth that was used on the accounts was also provided. Search warrant was obtained for the residence, 2408 Muddy Creek Road, Blountville, and was executed this morning. Investigators spoke to a resident, Donald Wayne Sherfy Jr., and admitted to the possessing and distributing the pornography. Donald Wayne Sherfy Jr., age 28, 2408 Muddy Creek, Blountville, was taken into custody and charged with 4 counts of aggravated SA exploitation of a minor. He remains incarcerated. Oh, okay. I did have one right here somewhere. All right, we're on the same track. All right, here's what I put together next. Okay, this is just to show you that they are related.
Father and son.
Father and son. I found these pictures just to make sure. Here he is here. A little older, but same individual.
Yes, Patty Barnett.
Okay. Yes, and he is one of the neighbors. Now we will talk a little bit about the father, senior. He was in law enforcement. He worked for Sullivan County Sheriff's Office for a little under a year. back in, hold on, I can pull that up.
Yeah, pull that up.
Let me make sure I'm doing this correctly. Have all the information correct. Give me just a second. Okay. Where is it? There it is.
Yeah, and there's a lot of juniors and seniors involved in this. Well, not involved, I'm not going to say involved, but surrounding this case, and a lot of dons. So I don't want anybody to get confused, but yeah, we're talking about the neighbor and his son.
He was at the bottom of the hill on the 15th with the boys when Don pulled into the lower part of the property. That's the senior.
And he's also, the senior is also the one that everybody saw on video a couple weeks ago. Might have been a little bit longer. This last week has kind of been a blur for us, but whenever the protesters were there, he's the one that drove up to them and talked to them.
Oh, 1 second. Why can't I find that now? Go ahead and answer some questions. Let me find this. Okay, here it is. Okay, so he worked for Sullivan County Sheriff's Office from 1/1/91 to 12/31/93. Worked for Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. He was a reserve deputy now for Sullivan County. He was a reserve deputy. So for Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, he was a corrections officer, 4/1/2008 to 12/1/2008. And then I believe he's in the trucking business now. Okay. All right. Yeah, and that's exactly Reluctant Healer. That's why I don't say the words that are, sometimes I can't read them because it'll disrupt the live stream. But just as long as y'all can see it, I just sometimes can't say the words. Okay, and I felt, I hope you find this as kind of alarming and interesting as I did, because, when a man comes up usually and says, I'm in law enforcement, I'm former law enforcement, ex-law enforcement, people tend to not question anything. Well, this is the next thing that I've put together. All right.
Exactly, Katie.
This right here, this is what's really weird. So the little child that was 2 years old.
No, she was a year old.
No, a year, Evelyn Boswell, lived on Muddy Creek Road in Sullivan County. So this was the distance from Junior's address to where Evelyn Boswell was. Now the mother, which was found, where she was found on that property. She, now the mother has been arrested for Evelyn's murder, but
Megan Boswell.
Yeah, Megan Boswell. But there's this, there's something weird to this, and I don't, it goes beyond kind of coincidence to what is it called? What's the word? Lord. Synchronicities. That's what, golly, couldn't get that one out. Okay. What is this? McKenna P. Let's see. All right. So there's that. This is, it's a 9-minute drive.
Judy Johnson. Yeah, she was found in Megan's dad's shed on his property after it had already been searched.
Yeah. So
there's a lot on that case, and I said months ago that I was going to put together some stuff on that, and I will. I'll try to get that in the next few days. We'll put it together and we'll go over that case, because Megan actually had court last week.
Right.
for bond reduction, but she was denied that. So
Yeah.
but we'll go over that.
Okay, and Jelly Bean, yes. Okay, so his mother lives on Ben Hill Road, I believe. He has now Senior has an address out at Kingsport, but it seems to me that he spends a lot of time on Ben Hill Road. And I'm not saying anything bad against Senior. I just had to point out what Junior's charges were, and his charges were in May of 2021. Now they said, I don't know if he was let out on bond or if he was incarcerated in June, but it's something to be aware of, and we have to. I feel like it was something important to bring to everybody's attention. All right, so this is distance from Don Senior, or to I guess Don Senior's mother's to the Wells property. It's a 2-minute drive, pretty much. So yeah, and I tried to Debbie Bumgarner. I tried to look up Junior's what the outcome was of that case, and I couldn't find it anywhere.
We see you said that they believe that he was out at the time that it happened.
Okay. Well, this is a big deal, and I don't know what today. I'll be honest with you guys. He's 28, 29 years old, Judy Johnson. I don't know what made today me look into these things this morning.
I woke up and he was like, I have got a lot of stuff to tell you about.
Yeah, I was just laying in bed looking at my phone and started looking into it. And I was like, oh my gosh. Now, if somebody else has brought this up before, I never saw it. I just, sitting there being lazy and sick, started looking at my phone and doing a little research, and that's what I came across. Let's see here. So this is just another essay or offender that has been in the vicinity of a child. That's the closest one yet. If he has been visiting his, father, mother, and grandmother, big deal. I think it's a big deal. Yeah, Don Jr. lives in, he has a Sullivan County address. Also, if y'all remember, a little bit after Summer disappeared, TBI had a bust of a trafficking ring out of Sullivan County. I don't know if this was. I doubt this was related, but they've had a lot of stuff going on in that county, Hawkins County. It's a lot, and I just don't understand. If Senior has connection to law enforcement, is there? I mean, why has this not been brought up before? Not saying anything bad against law enforcement, but this is the first time I heard about it, and I feel like this is very, very important and should have been probably a suspect.
And we don't know that he's not. We don't know, because that's one thing, law enforcement has been so hush-hush about everything, so we don't know what they've looked into. Hopefully they have looked into all of this stuff. Yeah. Because it's very odd and suspect, in my opinion.
Let's see here. Okay, Mountain Girl. Let me go back. So people just came in here. Let me go back. Get y'all on track. We'll go over it one more time. All right. So this is Don, the neighbor. Let me clear this down here. It's the neighbor who was at the bottom of the property on June 15th looking for Summer with her brothers when Don pulled up and went, past Ben Hill and turned down to his lower part of his property on the Beach Creek side. Also, he was the neighbor who drove up and was in the video with the protesters and to ask them to leave and told them he was, former law enforcement, and said his piece to those guys. This is his son, Donald Jr. This was on May 20th, 2021. He got into some legal trouble in May of 2021. This is this is a little bit concerning.
It's a whole lot of bit concerning.
Yeah. So here's what they had posted on their Facebook and, on their Twitter. And there's a news story on WJHL and WCYB.
And Times News.
The Sullivan County Sheriff's Office recently received tips from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children regarding child pornography being uploaded in the internet from a residence in Sullivan County. Detectives began an investigation into the tips and determined that the IP address of the suspect came back to a residence in Blountville. Investigators was provided with the username of the Snapchat and Instagram accounts that the suspect was using to transmit the pornography. The suspect's date of birth that was used on the accounts was also provided. Search warrant was obtained for the residence, 2408 Muddy Creek Road, Blountville, Tennessee, and was executed this morning. Investigators spoke to a resident, Donald Wayne Sherfy Jr., and he admitted to possessing and distributing the bad stuff. Donald Wayne Sherfy Jr., age 28, 2408 Muddy Creek Road, Blountville, was taken into custody and charged with 4 counts of aggravated exploitation of a minor. He remains incarcerated. Okay. So I hope this is just proof that they're father and son. They also have another sibling, but I didn't add his picture in here. I haven't got that far yet. This is, for anybody who just came in, this is the distance from where in Sullivan County from where Don Jr. lived from Evelyn Boswell, the infant that was that's now deceased from 2020. Like I said, the mother has been arrested for that, but hasn't gone to trial yet. We don't know everything. I'm just saying it's weird. And this is the distance from Summer to either Sherfy Sr. or his mother property. Hopefully that catches everybody up. I hope that keeps everybody on point.
I know it's very confusing just with all the Dons and everything.
So many Dons, yeah. Thank you, Candy Aldridge. We appreciate that so much. Just Legs, thank you. It is big news. Okay, Tara said he bonded out on 10 grand. The date, I couldn't find it. Can you tell me what date he bonded? Okay, this is good. Bama Forever, good question right here. My question is, Senior was looking before DW got there, 45-minute time frame. Who informed Senior Summer was missing?
Right.
For him to come and search. Very good question. Very good question.
Yeah. Especially if he's not living there, like he says.
Yeah, if he's not living
I mean, maybe a coincidence he might have been visiting, but
I have a hard time with so many coincidences.
Yeah.
Skeet. I can't answer that if that gives you a question and answer. Let me see. McBro, I do not know.
What is it?
Right here. A few days after, so he was out for June 15th. That's the questions I feel like need to be asked. Was he in the vicinity of Ben Hill Road
on June
15th? Days leading up to it? That big questions need to be answered there. Until MG Day, he would have to be convicted and be a registered SO before having to register. So if that was his first time getting in trouble as a SA offender,
and if he has not had his actual court date and been convicted yet,
he's still running under the radar.
Right.
No, Diana. So that's what we were just answering. Junior was arrested May 20th, but he got out on a $10,000 bond shortly after. Yeah, right here, Tara says his charges are 14 felonies as a child. Wow. This right here, guys, love me, hate me, love us, hate us. But this is good stuff right here, and I believe this needs to be answered. I believe that this is, we've seen cases, and if you follow true crime, we have seen cases where if somebody's parent is in law enforcement, or it just sometimes gets brushed under the rug and nobody ever looks at that person.
And I think it's also important to note that what they failed him doing this on, the way that they were able to track it back to his IP address was because he was doing it on Instagram and Snapchat. And we know that there was a lot of pictures and things that had been posted of Summer on TikTok and Facebook. And I don't personally know whether or not Candace had a Snapchat or an Instagram account. But I just think it's interesting that it's social media related with him. And then, there is so many pictures of Summer on social media.
Well, depending on how long his grandmother has lived down there, or if his father lived down, he's frequented that area quite a bit. Can you give me, Tara? Can you please give me your information, the link and where you're looking all that up at, and I'll pull it up and we'll go over his record. I couldn't find it earlier.
Inherited immunity.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamie Hall. That's, it did not sit right with me. Something when he came up to them, did not sit right. I feel like he did come out there. He was the first neighbor to come up and say anything to anybody out there. They did go to his property and they were cussed out very quickly by, I believe, his mother that was screaming at him, told them to leave. And I'm talking about when JLR and Molly had pulled up there. They were going to talk about going to the door and knocking, and they got yelled at real quick. I don't know. Something didn't sit right with me through that, and I was like, the more I kept thinking about it, I was like, something ain't right there.
And he was very quick to say, oh, we all know that it was them. Basically, he threw it off on the family very quickly and said all of the neighbors knew, and that's not the experience that we have gotten with neighbors.
No, and he came very quickly out the gate being aggressive and then changed his tone really quick.
Right.
To being friendly. It's like, well, I don't want to get him mad, and then, I don't know, just didn't sit right with me. Tara, did you hear what I asked you? I don't know if you're still in here. If you can give me that link to where you're looking that up in Sullivan County, we'll go over that information. I couldn't find it.
She said, give her a sec.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. He also brought up Evelyn Boswell.
Yeah, and this is, yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he did.
When I brought up this information and was looking at the Facebook too, they're from June 15th on Senior's Facebook. There was nothing for June 15th all the way up to here. Let me see if I can. I don't want to. Hold on one second. Okay. Give me just a second here. And I'll find the date for that.
For what then?
And I'll share it actually if I can. I don't know. I better not do that.
What are you trying to find the date of?
See, there it is right here. That's the one thing only that's been shared. That was January 4th at 4:56 p.m. Maybe I can share this a little bit. Okay, so we say howdy here. What does Boswell have to do with anything? It might not have nothing to do with anything. But this right here, let me go back on my screen. This is from where Junior lived to where Evelyn Boswell lived. And that just, I found it very weird that the distances were not very far from each one of the children that were, Evelyn was missing for at one point in time, and she was missing for a while. So, you know, just showing you.
And we also are, you know, we're addressing the fact that yes, Megan has been charged with that and she is incarcerated right now, but it's still just it's interesting.
Yeah, something to look at, right? Let me see here. Where is that? I don't want to. Okay. Can you see that? This was shared on January 4th at 4:56. Now, let me make sure I want to do this the correct way without. Give me 1 second.
Exactly. Megan has not been convicted. She's been charged with it, but she has not had court yet. And they've not convicted her. So
there could be a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh gosh, I remember that picture when Evelyn was missing. And
so this is one. He has his showing the Sullivan County badge. Here is. This was from March 8th, 2020. This was, you know, this is on his Facebook, and there was 2 of them there. Oh. But you know that was on March 8th, 2020, and then there was nothing on June 15th, all the way up till I think his post after that was
Diana Warren. No, he was not in jail on June 15th. He had already bonded out.
Yeah. So that's, if it was, you know, I would say then we, you know, that's a dead end. If, you know, if he was being incarcerated, we'd have never be talking about this.
Exactly. And the thing about it is too, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes whenever somebody gets arrested and charged with something, they're already like, oh, well, I've already got this. So if I do this, then it's not really going to matter because I'm already been charged with this. And
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My brain does not work correctly anymore now.
I'm trying to find that from, I guess I have to go backwards. Well, there's that too. Justice for Evelyn on March 15, 2020. Here's another one. So what I'm seeing is, I'm going to be careful not to show this because I don't want to, you know, I don't want to go into anybody's business too far. But it looked like they were very involved with Evelyn's case, posting things about her, everything. I've went through the Facebook of Senior, and there's one thing posted about Summer from January. One thing. And you're that close, you know, you've been involved with some people that are involved with, you know, the people that were there protesting. You know.
And it's interesting that he waited until January to post anything about Summer. It's almost like after attention got brought to him, after he went down there and confronted the protesters, and he realized, well, I'm just speculating, but he might have realized that people were going to be paying attention to him, and so then he posted something about Summer.
Yeah. Educated opinion. Yes, everybody was here. I'm from here. Everybody was involved in the Evelyn Boswell case because we had not had things like that going on around here. And so, yes, there was a bunch of people posting on that one. But what I'm trying to say is also, so your son's in that close a vicinity to that child. And now there's this child, Summer Wells, not even 2 minutes from a property that you frequent, maybe if the mother, him, the father, or senior,
mother-in-law,
whatever, they're that close, and there's nothing being posted about her. Why? Exactly, we don't know exactly what happened to Evelyn. What we know is the mother was arrested for being untruthful and with some other things. She, TBI found out she was being deceptive, and immediately arrested her. So that's what really held strong for us with this case, with the parents, with Dawn and Candace. Best believe, if the TBI thinks you are lying to them, they are going to be on your butt. That's what I have, we watched it play out in the Evelyn Boswell case. We watched how, they lied and was going to states looking for this child. Megan's mother and her boyfriend were all over the place. As soon as, what was it? Megan lied about saying she was pregnant, and they tried to give her a polygraph, and she couldn't.
Well, that was the thing, yeah, because she said that they had tried to give her a polygraph, and she couldn't do it because she was pregnant. And come to find out, TBI had never even tried to give her a polygraph test, and they came right out immediately after she said that, and they said, no, we did not try to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were calling her out on all of her lies. Every time that she would get on the news and say something, they would call her out and say, no, that didn't happen.
Okay, Luigi Lollipop, yeah, it's not private. So no, it's not friends with him at all. I just went to his Facebook. It's not private. Dazed and Confused, I did not get your link. Did you send one? I'm sorry. Okay, she says, what's up, Buttercup says, Craig and Case, how does TBI know Summer made it home from the river? Thanks. That's what they said, that she, on their Amber Alert, that I feel like if they felt like something happened while she was swimming, they would have said that. Or if they felt like, they said she was last seen leaving her home, or at her home, walking. And then, I don't know if it was changed. We're going to have to go back over and read it word for word. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tara.
Tara, I tried to open the link on my phone, and it's not working. I'm not sure why. You might have better luck on the computer.
Is this it? No. I don't know what that is. Oh, here it is. It's not going to let me either. It's saying something went wrong.
Yeah, if you could try to resend it. I'm so sorry.
That's a very long link. I think yeah, it's not going to let me. Let me go back over here and check out what was that?
A cat?
Yes, it does, Patty Barnett. That she got home, but I haven't been able to find the clip anywhere. Yeah. I haven't been able to too. Mama Bear. Sorry, guys. Let me do this real quick. I did have full intentions of having my camera set up, but I lost my cord. So, hi, guys. Let me turn this off real quick. Let me fix it here.
Is it this not the cord?
No, that was a different one. I don't know why it did that. There we go. It's a little better. Okay. Let me see here. You want to say hi again?
Hi. Sorry, guys. My hair's still wet and I'm a mess. It's been a rough week.
Somebody said, who Who went and asked Don Sr. to help look since Candace? See, I don't know for a fact who is that.
I don't know.
Should I? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back.
Insane.
Hey guys, sorry. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, I'll let you go. Yeah.
All right, man. I'll see if I can fix that for you.
Well, okay. If you have, all right. Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, sorry guys. That was Don. I haven't talked to him since. When's
the last time when we were live? I think he
Sorry.
had called that morning or something, but that was the last time.
Yeah. He said he couldn't chat. So I'm going to see if I can fix that real quick.
Yes, Debbie Howard, we will pray that you don't have it. It is awful.
He said he didn't know anything about this information. And I was like, I mean, anything. I mean, it needs to be looked at. That's creepy. Let me see here. If where would it be?
Oh, wait.
What?
Oh, you keep working on that.
Can you answer some questions if
I'm looking at this link. Hold on.
I don't know how. All right, sorry guys, I'm not trying to stay silent for a minute. I was trying to. Can you answer?
Okay.
All right, here I will.
I wanted you to look at the
link.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm pulling it up right now.
Thank you so much for sending us that.
Is this it?
Yeah.
That's not it.
No, go back. That one.
This one?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right, guys, let me share my screen here. This is going to be... Okay.
Yeah, so he bonded out on May 21st.
Well, let me pull that up real quick and we'll go over it. May 21st?
May 21st.
Okay, so he's out.
So he was definitely out.
All right, there it is. All right, guys, can you see that? Hope so. Okay, good. We're going to go over this. Maybe they can hear me too. I hope so. All right.
Just Murray, we are talking about the Wells neighbor, Don Sr. He's the one that was searching with Summers' brothers whenever Don got home from work. And he's also the one who went and confronted the protesters when they were there a couple weeks ago. And then we are talking about his son, Don Jr., who has been charged with some...
Why is this saying September 8th, 2021?
Because that's the last time that was probably updated. They might have had like a hearing or something.
Well, his next hearing's on April 7th, 2021.
Yeah.
All right. So here's his charges. Donald Wayne Sherfick Jr. Aggravated exploitation of a minor. That was on 10/13/21. See, that doesn't make sense. 10/13. It said his arrest date from on Facebook and all that when I pulled it up is for May.
Hold on.
All violation dates for
Yeah.
16/21.
May 20th, 2021.
Well, there's different dates for them.
Right.
So they went, okay, so they're all pretty much the 100 images. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 different charges of is that, or is it less than? That's less than 100?
No. It's greater than.
Greater than?
Yeah.
Greater than 100 images. Okay, let me see the next one. So he has all those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the aggravated 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's some scary stuff right there. Continuance goes back on stuff. So he just went to court on the 13th, and a continuance was granted, and he's out on a $10,000 surety bond. That's that ain't nothing to sneeze at. That's some really bad charges. So thank you, Tara, for sending us that link. I really appreciate it. This is scary. Jamie P, I can't answer that, and if that can't answer that at this point. Oh, excuse me, guys. Let me shut this. Who had a great live on this last night? Oh, Justice for All says, I know a lot about this. Yeah, I came across this is were you out there when Senior came up and told you guys to leave? Were you there with him that day? I would like to know like how I guess the vibe he was putting off. Okay, no, hold on. No, I'm not saying anything. I'm saying this is just very strange. And if he, there's 2 children right there. One that has not been to court yet. We don't know anything about except the mother was lying and being deceptive to TBI, and then we know that this child is missing, and he has been, probably frequented that property quite often. Something to look into. Yeah, I don't know. I asked him a question. I don't know if he's going to answer me. I just wanted to know if he was. This is the first I've heard of this. Okay, there he is.
No, but I reported on this guy last night. I said this guy is very strange. Yes, he is.
You did? I didn't. Well, good. I'm glad that people are looking into him. Like I said, when I got up this morning, I started looking into it, just being nosy, and I came across all that. I actually put in the name, and the son's charges came up first, and I said, there's no way that they're not related. And it sure was. Awaken your senses. Is this TBI? I most definitely hope so. And I'll make sure that I will report it.
It has been reported.
It has been reported.
It has been
good.
Reported.
Okay, good. You know that?
I do know that.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys don't care, give me a thumbs up. Let's get this out in the algorithm. If you think this was good information, we did a good job covering it. I'd really appreciate it. Okay. Yo, Bubs, we've covered a lot. So if you might have to go back and check this out from the beginning. You might have to be on the replay gang. Because this is some crazy stuff and there's a lot to it. I did a slide. I break it down pretty good for everybody.
Once again, we are not talking about Don Wells. We are talking about Don,
the neighbor,
and his son, Don Jr. So when we say Don Sr. or Don Jr., we're referring to the neighbor or the neighbor's son.
Okay. This is my slide. I'll go over and let y'all read it. We'll talk, but y'all can read it yourself. And listen, and justice for all. You're entitled to your opinion, and we just ask to be respectful, and you are, and that's fine. This is the thing, though. There might be a lot of things that people don't agree with as far as the parents and everything goes, but you have to admit there is a lot of strange people in and around that area, and we're finding out more every day. All of the people, yeah, we just went over that. Just for all, he has a court date right here, actually.
April.
I'll go. It's in. Yeah. It is hearings April 7th, 22 at 9 a.m. And so he just had court on the 13th, and they had a continuance. That was just now the arraignment?
Yeah. They just did the arraignment on January 13th.
That's crazy. See, he had a continuance. This defendant appearance, the first court date should have been an arraignment.
Yeah, but it
wasn't.
It wasn't.
Yeah, that's strange.
I don't know how Tennessee works, though, with their court system. I'm assuming that it's probably a little bit different than what we know.
This is the thing, too, and I saw what music. Hey, McBro, thank you for becoming a member. This is the thing right here, Music City Mom. So does he go with the I heard Candace screaming, so I came and tried to help? How did he know? How did he know to go look for that child?
We have no idea how he knew. I don't know if by that point, if Candace had went and alerted the neighbors, or maybe asked the neighbors, have you saw Summer? I don't know. We have no idea.
Yeah, I can slow the chat down, Music City Mom. I've already got it on slow-mo, but I can put it down more.
Please, everybody, be respectful in the chat, and no bashing of anybody. Don't attack anybody.
Did he research it too? I don't know. I didn't know that.
They said that he did it last night.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, I remember reading that. Was it getting bashed? Guys, be respectful of everybody. That's our rules in this chat. Mods will act accordingly. I mean, you be respectful to every other creator and everybody. Don't bash, don't say hateful things. There's a difference between having an opinion about something and being just plain out mean and disrespectful and hateful about it. Mm-hmm. It's not right.
Bonnie Lambert, I'm not sure if Senior's property, I don't know if they refused law enforcement to search it in the beginning. I don't know which properties allowed law enforcement to search and which properties
if he's former law enforcement, he's down there on the first search.
I'm assuming he would probably allow them to search, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't answer.
We can't say.
Or maybe where he was former law enforcement, they didn't search his property. He looked on his own. You never know, because we know that they did tell some property owners to search their own properties.
They didn't tell some. They told every property owner in the Beach Creek area on all the news stories and everything. Ronnie Lawson said for anybody that lived in the Beach Creek area to go and search their own properties, their own sheds.
5/21/21 is the date he bonded.
So that was only like a day after, wasn't it?
This is when he got arrested. May 20th. Yeah, he was bonded out the next day on a $10,000 bond. So his charges were executed. They executed a search warrant on his property on the 20th. It says detectives began investigation into the tips and determined that the IP address of the suspect came back to a residence in Blountville. Search warrant was obtained for the residence and was executed this morning. Investigators spoke to a resident Yeah.
In good day, that is a very good. He very well could have a police scanner still, so he might have heard it on the police scanner, and that could be how he knew. I don't know. I know a lot of people who have been in law enforcement do have scanners still, and they can still hear things. So.
Okay, this right here. I want to answer this one. Yeah, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
No, that's all I'm saying.
Okay, so Senior does drive a truck for a living. Is from what I've read when I pulled up everything I could find, been verified. Yeah, he's a truck driver. But okay, so don't get it mixed up. Now there was Mr. Phillips who talked on Facebook about the prints and his property. He also is a truck driver and owns a truck driving company. So a lot of things are coming together now that people, I just ask that we pay attention. There's a lot, guys.
Yes, we see you.
Yeah. She said, and if you remember, his father said he talks with law enforcement and knows some of the things they're working on and we're working on. Why would he be really so interested? Yeah. And so he's sitting there saying that law enforcement is pretty much telling him.
Yeah, telling him
what's going on. Former law
official
enforcement
information that they are researching. That's.
Yeah, he acted like he was definitely in the know.
Oh yeah.
This is yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, it's pieces are starting to come together, and it's we could, I could be way off, but I don't feel like it. I feel like there might be something there. Your camera. I have been asking too. Did law enforcement have it? Did they give it back? If not, who took it? I still have no answers to that. What else did he say was taken? The camera and TVs. And if they were smart TVs, they could have used them for evidence, but I have no idea. He intervened in this case. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, and yeah, exactly. So he was not an actual investigator, road officer. He was a reserve officer. Reserve officer for Sullivan County. Let me pull this up real quick. So we have Sullivan County Sheriff's Office Reserve Deputy from 1/1/91 to 12/31/93. Then we have Mount Carmel Fire Department firefighter from 1/1/2007 to 12/31/09. Then you have Hawkins County Sheriff's Office Corrections Officer from 4/1/08 to 12/1/2008. Then you have Harris Trucking Company 2/1 to 5/1/13. First Express Incorporated 6/1/13 to 9/1/13. Few months. Big G Express 10/1/2013. Orville Roofing Laborer.
That doesn't have.
And then it doesn't have a date. Oh, there's some. Okay. And then Advanced Call Center Technologies, Kaplan University in U.S. And then he is retired Army, 8/1/88 to 4/1/12. Let me see. Can you keep up with the chat? I can't see it at all. See if there was anything else in here. So he does the only thing that Senior has on his record, and this was in the 20th Judicial Circuit, was a guilty plea for a misdemeanor operated MTR carrier VEH with unsafe, improper frame, suspension, axle, wheel R. Was in 1997. She has a misdemeanor charge on 1997. And again, that was operated motor carrier vehicle with unsafe, improper frame, suspension, axle, or wheel. And that's senior I'm talking about. Yeah, thank you, Bonnie Lambert. Nobody's accusing anybody of anything. We're being objective and looking at everybody and everything, because that's what you're supposed to do when you look into things, into a case. You don't, you know, there might be somebody that everybody's eyes and fingers are pointed on, but if you're not given due diligence, and if you're not looking at everybody and everything, and then kind of what's it called, just as you go and check them off.
Right, check off all the boxes.
And as of right now, we have we have the names of the Andys. We have Jackie Dobbs. We have now Junior here. We have Frank Light. We have and the two I just Junior and Light are two. Well, one is a charged SO, and the other one is a convicted SO. Let's see here. What the dad may have. No, it's okay. Logan's mom. It's not okay. Yeah, so in May, the guy got busted for all this and was out on low. Well, no, it's not a low bail. Well, I mean, a $10,000 bond around here. So you pay 10% with a bondsman. He had to pay $1,000 with the bondsman to get out, or put property up in the amount.
It said a surety bond.
Yeah. So this is another thing. I did post the picture or the video of us back in August of 2021 of when we went into the Discount Tobacco right beside the hippie house.
And again, that video was the Discount Tobacco. That was not Catch 22, and that was not the hippie house. At the place that said that she was in there. That was one of the last places that she was.
Yeah, and we just were making conversation with the one when I walked out. I said, so is this the place on timeline with everything that happened with Summer? She said, well, I said, is this where Summer Wells?
You just said, is this where all the Summer Wells stuff happened? And she herself said, yes, this was one of the last places that she was.
Yeah, so, she is talking about June 15th, one of the last places that she was seen, and she stated that Summer was in there with her mother. Now, she said her manager told her that. At that point in time, did I check with the manager? I did not. I was not trying to. I was new to YouTube.
We literally had posted like 3 videos. You can actually go back and see. We talked about when we got down there to Hawkins County and everything that weekend. So
okay, Brianna B says that just means a promise to appear, so he didn't have to have that 10%. I don't know. Hold on, let me pull that back up. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a surety bond. No, he had to pay that.
Yeah, the 10%. If he does not show up, then he will have to pay the bondsman $10,000.
Yeah.
And then of course he would be in a whole heck of a lot more trouble and probably be not getting a bond if he was not to show up to court.
So they're saying that 4/16/21, these are actually him committing crimes against a minor.
Right.
And then there's these over 100 images, over 10 charges.
I guess that's when the actual images were found, maybe.
Yeah. So bad.
So bad. No, he has not Jackie Sintel. He has not had the court date for that yet.
He goes back to court on April 7th, 2022. So right now, he does not have to register as an SO. He can move freely unless he's on pretrial or something keeping an eye on him.
Which I would assume he would be, but I don't know how Tennessee does things like that.
Justice for all, I'll tell you from somebody that lives around here and has a past and has been through the court system. That bond right there is pretty high
for this area.
Because it is where it's a poverty-stricken area usually, and he's got a lot of bad charges. Like, yeah, I agree, it could be a lot bigger.
Oh yeah,
they should have probably really not allowed him to get out. But usually for things, you might get a $3,000 bond, which 10% pay $300 with the bondsman get out. $5,000 pay $500. Even they do $1,500 bond, pay $150 with a bondsman to get out. So 10 grand is when they hit you with that one, they're trying to prove a point. But I guess they didn't think he would be able to make bond, and he did.
Yeah, very quickly. Bond. But I agree. It is. I feel that it is still low, even in this area. I feel like that it is still low, just considering what the charges are. Because I don't feel that's my own personal opinion. I'll just keep it to myself.
What's going on? Is something happening with mods or in the chat? Yeah, Rita Holt said here in Tennessee, if you know the bail bondsman, sorry, wrong one. Here in Tennessee, if you know the bail bondsman, you can pay so much and then pay so much until you get them paid off. That's true.
That is very true.
You can do a payment plan.
But you have to really, they have to really know you, and you have to have proof that you have a good background of paying things off.
Yeah.
Because a lot of bail bondsmen will not do that, but there are some that will.
Let's see, what's it say? Bond being made so quickly is indicative of enabling behavior of parents. I don't know. See, I did look at the address, and there's still, I believe he lived with his mother. So if there was, if there's something going on under, I'm sure she doesn't know everything that her 28-year-old son is doing, but that's ridiculous. They executed a search warrant on that location.
Kim in Dallas, you've not been timed out. I think that it's just where chat is on slow mode. You can only send a chat every so often. It has to be, is it like, I don't know how you have it slowed to.
45 seconds.
So you have to wait 45 seconds in between any comments. And if you send one before the 45-second time is up, then it will gray out your comment and will not send it. So you've not been timed out. It's just the slow mode.
I hope so. I've done nothing wrong. I've researched.
Yeah, no.
Nobody's, we're pretty chill over here. Our mods do a good job, and they don't ever time people out unless it's something like bashing or being hateful.
Yeah. And I went back and looked, and I didn't see where you were actually timed out. So I think it's just slow mode.
Yeah, Mama Bear, thank you. We're just, if you do mention any other creators, let's don't talk about them. Don't bashing.
Please just be respectful.
Yeah, they do their thing over on their channels. We do our things, and that's the way that's the way we carry ourselves over here. I don't care what's going on in anybody else's channel. This is what we do here, and that's all I can do is take care of me. That's the only thing I have power to do. Yeah, I see you. Frank Light has not been to court for having pics on a drive shortly after Summer disappeared. And his wife was actually the one that ex-wife is the one that reported him and said maybe to look into him.
Right.
Too many Jules. It's okay. You know, I've learned. Things happen the way they did. You have to forgive and move on. There's no hard feelings. You know, we never said anything back. It's a hard thing sometimes to swallow your pride and forgive people, but that's, you know, I actually went on to a panel on Ziggy's panel with Justice for All, and he was respectful to me. I was respectful to him. Everybody's welcomed here. You know,
as long as everybody is respectful, then there should be no issues.
Yeah.
And that's that.
I wonder if Dawn is seniors.
Exactly, Kim and Dallas. Let's find summer together.
That's right.
Everybody should be working together.
That's right.
And finding this little girl.
Let's see here. Yeah, thank you for it, Lupe. That's basically, I'm just trying to answer people in the chat. I got across the point I wanted to make tonight and show the information. I thought it was pretty good.
Very interesting. Very suspicious to me.
Hey, Brandy, you said I came in late. Please feel free to email Cam and Alli. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to email us, if there's an issue, I don't know what's going on. Let me close this down real quick and pull this down if we don't need it. Hold on one second, guys. I'll go ahead. But
Persephone's pomegranate, I agree. I don't know. Can you pull that comment up? She said bail should equate to both nature of crime and likelihood to reoffend.
Yeah.
We know with that crime, they claim it's a sickness and doesn't just go away. So
thank you, Kim.
Higher chance to reoffend.
Michelle M. I don't go on any panels anymore. If I'll explain that, I went to those other people's panels on my own. You know, I did that. I went to them and said, if you want to have anything, you know, not on Ziggy's, I went over there and just tried to share my opinion and you know, make it be known that I'm not here to fight with anybody. But I did go over to Prairie Boys panel with all those other creators, and I asked them to if we needed to solve any problems they had with me, and that's how that went. But you know, that's not the drama. That stuff's over. I vowed that we're not going to have that over here. We're going to talk about what's important, and that's this little girl. We're going to find Summer Moon Utah Wells. She's not an object. She's a child that is missing. She deserves the best of the best and people to really care and put in their best effort. If that makes sense. I hope I said that right. Michelle M. I was talking about just me going over there. Thank you, Eula. I don't know what, I'm not trying to, I hope I'm on the right track with everybody. Yeah, guys, let's all chill in the chat. Please respect each other. That's all I ask. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate it. Luna Girl, no, I can point out public information about him. We are saying it is a very strong possibility that he could frequent Ben Hill Road. If his grandmother and father are there, there's a good chance that he has been down there. We're just stating obvious. That's just obvious things. If he's not, then law enforcement gets an alibi from him. But law enforcement isn't releasing alibis from people, are they? So I can't. There's nothing wrong with talking and being objective and bringing out the point across of that there is some crazy things. This is good information right here. This needs to be known. There is somebody that literally is waiting to go to court for charges on a minor, and has never been talked about before. No, Luna Umbra, I'm not. Let's see here. No, creatively inspired by niece. Nobody's having. I have good. I'm trying to. I want everybody to get along and everybody to talk well. That's I'm not trying to address it, but I'm trying to just show everybody, we got to get along. This drama doesn't solve anything for any children, for any case, whatever we're working on. Us bickering with each other and throwing stuff up, and if that doesn't solve anything at all. So, I'm trying to say here, man enough, Allie's woman enough to say, we swallowed our pride. We have no hard feelings.
No.
And, we're not here for that.
Yeah, we just want everybody to get along, do their thing. Let's find this little girl.
We never retaliated against anybody and said anything. We tried to set an example.
We tried to be very respectful, even after things were said and done to us. And that's it.
Thank you, Good Juju. I appreciate that so much. We try. We
really do.
I'm human. I get irritated more than Allie does. You'll see me.
Oh, yeah. And usually he waits until I'm at work, and that's when he gets really irritated, and then I find out about it later.
I like this. Roll Tide said, Don's got an alibi, and folks are still pointing the finger at him. Apparently, alibis don't matter.
It's true.
That's very true. And like I said, law enforcement isn't talking about alibis or polygraphs. What I brought up a very good point is why I've stood on this side of not even a side, in the middle of neutral through this, is because I saw how Megan Boswell just was deceptive about saying that they couldn't give her a polygraph because she was supposedly, allegedly pregnant, which she wasn't.
That's what
she stated. And they arrested her for that. And what else?
They arrested her for saying that Evelyn was with her dad, because that's what she initially told them. False she's fine. She's with her dad. And he was in the army, I believe. And they arrested her on that. They arrested her on quite a few deceptive matters.
It's true.
And they did it. I mean, that was a pretty quick case when you really think about it, especially compared to this. I mean, it felt like that baby was, I know that she was missing for 2 months before she was reported missing, and that is horrible. But once she was reported missing, I think it was only like a month or so before. It felt like a long time when it was happening, but it wasn't long compared to Summer's case, at least.
L. Kennedy, Esky Mama, she says, talking polygraphs. If the wells passed theirs, why have they not been cleared by Ellie? So Sheriff Lawson told Brian Enton from News Nation that they had passed their polygraphs. Dr. Phil said that they had passed their polygraphs. Believe me, he got his information before he stated anything. But a polygraph is not admissible in court, so it doesn't clear you, but yet it will hurt you if you fail one. That's another thing. All 3 people passed, all 3 adults. Let's just be open-minded. Let's look at everybody there. A lot of things from my point of view that I can't. We talked about the campsite. Talk that I found up on the mountain. Talk about footprints. Things start coming together. Things seem to I don't know. Just looks very weird. Barbara Ellie, exactly. Polygraphs is just a tool. Okay, Jackie Centil, she says, what was the name of the little girl that went missing or found on that property down from the wells? Are you talking about Carly Trent? She was found on Sheriff Lawson's property.
Right.
By his brother and a pastor. Donnie Lawson and another guy. Well, the newspaper had different people. Thank you, Who Knows. Well, I appreciate that very much. I'm trying to keep up.
Tabitha Key, I just now saw your comment. I'm glad that you're over COVID. We're in the process of getting over it as well, but I'm so sorry that you've had such a rough time and had surgery and everything. Sweet D, that Evelyn's case broke my heart too. That was, I'll tell you, me and Cam were driving down the road the day that they were at that pond in North Carolina, and when we found out that they were dragging that pond, we were so upset.
Yeah, true. I've got to answer this. Just my thoughts is you do not have to be a member or give a super chat to give an answer to your question. All you have to do is tag me at Cracking Cases, and I'll see it in the chat, or tag one of the mods, and they will ask for you. I've tried to make it an effort, but we have almost 969 people in here right now, and the chat's going fast. I'm doing my best.
It's hard to see everybody's, but we really do try.
Mm-hmm. So straight to Don Jr.'s living next to each other. What's the mom's name? I do have them. I have, I think Junior lives with his mother on that property. I found it right here. Well, I know that Senior also used to live on Muddy Creek. Go ahead and finish what you were saying. I'm sorry I had to answer that because I put that as I pinned that in the chat too earlier. And if I have to click to a different screen, guys, sometimes I don't see anything in the chat. Yeah, Justice for All. I agree with you. When Don said he had 7 alibis, yeah, I think he's talking about the what's it called? Starlink and the Subaru, his phones, his boss, co-worker.
People that saw him at work, yeah.
Yeah, and etc. That's what he's talking about as alibis. Who knows? Did I say thank you? I hope so. Thank you. There's another one. Thank you, Who Knows? I appreciate that.
Judy Johnson, resend your question. I didn't see it and can't find it.
Yeah, I'm trying to go through here and answer everybody. Where were the signs of the campsite again? I can't remember. Signs? I don't know what you mean.
Like where we had found that stuff. I don't think we ever gave an exact location on that.
What? Go ahead. Oh,
we can't answer.
Yeah, I can't. That's not. Guys, you're asking for the location of all the campsite and all that in relation to Senior and Mother property. I can't do that because I vowed to not ever do anything that would hurt an investigation and give them time to do what they have to do.
As far as we know, Judy Johnson, as far as we know, this is his the first time that he's been arrested for charges like this. Now that's all we found. That doesn't mean it doesn't mean nothing, but that's all we found.
Nah, say that again. What were you talking about?
I'm saying that this is the first time that Don Jr. has been arrested for these kinds of charges.
Yeah, as far as who knows what he's got away with.
Right, exactly. But we don't know if in other counties or anything like that, which I'm sure usually around here at least, and I assume in most places, charges like that make the news. So I think it would be easy to find if he had been arrested for anything like that before. So I'm pretty sure that this is the first time.
Happy birthday, Cassie D.
Oh, happy birthday.
Kentucky Kim, everybody, yes, that all this information has been sent to TBI.
Tabitha Key, we have missed so much. That's what I told Cam this morning. I said, we have missed so much in the last week or so.
My comments crack case far back. It won't let me get back to find it so I can copy it. Okay, and Don Wells is 56 or 57, not 60. That's true. We're talking about Don Sr. is 52 years old.
And this is not Don Wells. This is not Don Wells Sr. This is
the neighbor
Don Sr.
It's people saying they didn't search for something. It's like people saying they didn't search for summer. First off, we have no idea if they have or haven't. Second, bright of them even felt. Okay, let's remember this too. When law enforcement conducted their second search in November 30th, I believe. Please, I've said this over and over again. Look at the locations they were on. Go back and look at our videos, what we were talking about. We were on the same area, same point. So we cannot deny, regardless of what you think and where your mind is, law enforcement's mindset was in those areas.
And there's a reason for that.
Yes. That's where they were. That's where they were looking. That gave us a big, I don't know, I guess it made us feel validated that we were doing the right thing and on the right track. They don't tell you anything. Law enforcement does not tell anything. You give them information, they don't give it to you.
And that's what's kind of weird as well about Don Sr. saying that he had information, that he knew. He kind of alluded to the fact that he knew what was being done in the case.
Yes, Carrie K, fact checker.
And Tara, we know that he did not live with Don Sr., but we're just saying that he could have frequented Ben Hill Road.
Yeah.
To see, family. We don't know.
Yeah, it's true, Roll Tide. I've never understood that either. Mama Bear, if you'll email me real quick, I'll check it. Hey, what's up, Gray? Hope you're doing good, man. You need to replay this one. I think you'll be I want to say impressed, but I think you'll really
it's interesting.
I find interest in this. Please rewatch this one. And I did a slideshow, everything, so people would understand it. I don't know. I just feel like there's something there. Here. Thank you, guys. Trying to. I turn the camera on for a minute. Oh, okay, yo, Bubs. My bad. I sometimes catch people's comments and I'm way off. Stunned is the word. That's good. Yeah.
Love wins exactly. The polygraph is not admissible in court as evidence, but law enforcement does put a lot of faith in it. That's very true.
Oh, great. Here, I'll go over them real quick. Let you see them. This is good stuff, and it doesn't take me long. I did like a 7. Just one last time, so people that are late getting this information. Let me start over here. All right. So the neighbor, this is Don Sherfy Sr. He's the one that was at the bottom of the hill with the boys when Don came home from work, helping look for Summer. Nobody knows how he,
how he knew to go look for her.
Yeah, he was also, the neighbor who drove up and asked the people that were protesting to leave. Excuse me, I'll get a drink. This is his son, Donald Jr. He got in trouble in May 2021. He was charged with a bunch of counts of like SA exploitation of a minor, and over like 10 counts of over 100 images, and then 4 counts of aggravated. He is still waiting to be sentenced on those. He was let out on bond May 21st. And he lives. This is how close he was to the Evelyn Boswell, where they found Evelyn Boswell. This is his address, 2408 Muddy Creek. This is Evelyn's last
where
they found her. 9 minutes there, still on Muddy Creek Road. This is the distance from Senior, his mother and him, I guess, property, 2 minutes from Summers. We went over a lot how the Facebook, there was nothing on Summer posted till January. When Evelyn's case was going, there was lots posted on her. I hope that kind of fills you in a little bit. You still in here, Gray? Guys, we appreciate you for being in here and joining us. 951 makes us feel good. We've been gone for over a week.
Yeah,
so
right at a week.
Right at a week, yeah. So if you don't care to hit us thumbs up, and or if you hit a thumbs down, don't care, whatever you want to do. I think that there's a good reason for him. His father's former law enforcement, but he's a reserve officer for Sullivan County, and then he was a correctional officer for Hawkins County. He stated that he had inside information talking to Sheriff Lawson, and things were going to be handed down to the parents, and everybody down there knew what had happened. When we've been down there, that's not the kind of message we were getting from the neighbors. So it kind of shocked me, and it had me thinking, where he is former law enforcement and he has close ties, why has his son never been mentioned before? That he had probably frequented Ben Hill Road. It's just synchronicities. I think there might be something there. Kind of, blew me away. Didn't know why he had not been mentioned.
And once again, it is, law enforcement hopefully has looked into him and into everybody that has been, that's surrounding this case. We don't know what law enforcement has looked into because they are so hush-hush, but we have to have faith that they are looking into everybody and everything.
Yes, they found Boswell Ambernicks. She was found, what was it, 2 months, 3 months?
It was only a couple months
after, and she was found deceased.
Well, after she was reported missing. She had been missing for 2 months before she was reported missing. We will go over that case, I promise. I know I said that months ago, but a lot of things have happened, and it's been a really rough couple months. But I will definitely get everything together on that case, and we will go over it so that everybody's kind of up to date on that.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if we've been kind of
Could y'all hear me through that? Did I just talk all that and not say nothing? Gosh. Rewind that. Make sure I. Oh, great.
No audio.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what I just said. Oh my Lord. I just talked a lot.
And please, once again, everybody, please, no bashing of anybody in here. No bashing.
Yeah, it's not.
If we have to ask again, then we're just going to start blocking people because that's unacceptable. We're not going to bash other creators. We are not going to bash anybody that's in the chat. Everybody is entitled to their opinion as long as they're being respectful. And just please don't bash anybody. That's it. Just don't bash people. Everybody just play nice. We're all adults here.
Right. And what we said before is we've had COVID brain. It's a real thing. Thank you for sticking with us. We hope we did a good job giving this information out. If anything, it brought awareness to somebody else. There's a lot. If it goes deeper than we could ever expect, there was a thing I said back in the beginning. There was a picture of a red Toyota Tacoma and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office parking lot with a ladder rack and white buckets. If y'all don't remember that. That always didn't sit well with me. I was like, why is that there? There was a lot of things that didn't make sense. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. There's just, when that came out, I was like, holy, just, I don't know.
And you also were talking about how while we had COVID this week, we rewatched Making a Murderer. And what else did you say about that?
Oh yeah, we watched Making a Murderer again, guys. If you haven't seen that in a while, go back and watch it on Netflix. It really shows you that corruption's real and it can happen. We have to look at everything. I'm not saying anything bad against, but if you're going to be objective, look at all of it. What doesn't make sense? We talked about Carly Trent earlier. Why, out of all the places in the mountains that you can go to and run in Hawkins County and the mountains surrounding in Sullivan County, all that, why do you go to Sheriff Lawson's property with a child that's kidnapped and then his brother finds you on that property? Look into that. If you haven't researched that, look into the Carly Trent case. It's a lot, guys.
And we have felt like there was something deeper going on with this since the very first time we went to Hawkins County.
Thank you, Carrie. Emily, go ahead.
Hold on.
No, go ahead and say what you're going to say. Go ahead, finish.
No, I was just going to say, especially from the very first night when we got there, I don't know if you guys remember or if all of you were here, but the very first night that we got to Kingsport, the very first time we went down there to do this, there was a guy that drove up to us in the the Priceless Foods. We were at Priceless in Kingsport.
Yeah. First place we had ever went when we went down to look at this.
Yeah, we didn't even mean to go to Priceless. That's just kind of where we ended up. We ended up in that parking lot, and it was closed at the time, and we were trying to figure out where we were going to go or what we were going to do that night. And a guy randomly drove up to us, rolled his window down, and started talking about going to party. And he was like, you want to go party on Beach Creek?
Yeah.
And it was just very odd to us. A man in a van. It was just,
yeah.
I don't know that he saw Cam. I'm pretty sure that he just saw me and might have thought that maybe I had a female friend with me without seeing Cam, because it was very dark that night. There was no lights.
Had another creator on a video call that witnessed this.
Yes, so this was totally witnessed by somebody else.
I got nervous and I said, pull off.
Yeah, I just drove off because I was driving, and the guy, he pulled up to us and just rolled his window down, and he said something about Beach Creek, and I mean, my head went out the window, and I said, Beach Creek? And he said, yeah, you want to go party on Beach Creek or something? And it was crazy.
Yeah, so I followed him. He
followed him.
Drove around the parking lot of the Priceless until
and he kept
flashing his lights at me. It was weird.
It was so strange. He kept stop. We actually pulled out of the Priceless parking lot and went to the McDonald's parking lot that was nearby, and he would pull in front of us, facing us, and flash his lights at us and get out of his vehicle, and it was just a very odd thing to happen.
So I followed him almost halfway down to go towards Beach Creek, and he lost me. I just thought it was weird for the first person you run into in a city like Kingsport saying we can go on down to Beach Creek and party. Something's weird about that. That means there's something going on down there.
That's how we took it. And
he
that's
thought
how we
he tried to ask us if we were from Pikeville, Kentucky.
Yeah.
If we drove
if we had seen a maroon vehicle, a maroon van or something. It was very odd.
Yeah.
That was scary.
It's true, Bama forever. All right, so I'm gonna try something out real quick before we get off here. Well, let's see. Let me make sure this is going. Yeah, Beach Creek is a big area, big rural area.
Very spread out too.
Yeah. many turnoff rates. It's all family, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Lots of family. The lights, the Dykes.
And if you guys remember Lexi Dykes, the girl that had an Amber Alert out for her that called into our live one night whenever she was missing, while she was reported missing and had the active Amber Alert, her family was from the Beach Creek area. So it's very, very, just, there's a lot of different families back there that have been back there for generations.
If I would have had my bearings about me, that if I would have, been comfortable in my situation, I would have played along with that guy, just to see what he was doing and what was going on in Beach Creek. I got very paranoid and kind of wigged out because he was talking to my wife. So I was like, just roll, just go. And I really should have played it out and seen what was going on. But,
And Anna D, that's basically what we did. We didn't tell him that we were going to follow him, but we did follow him for some time, and he went down towards Beach Creek.
Sally 423, you write that down. She needs a prayer. Like she said, God knows the need.
Hold on.
Yeah, I was going to. If I rethought it, I said, why did I freak out? I should have just played along.
But it was very odd, and sometimes we don't react the way that we usually would whenever things surprise us.
Thank you, Marge Gunderson.
Who was it?
I got my eye on you. I do believe there's something weird going on. We know that there's, I thought it was funny when there is a big drug community down there. And Sheriff Lawson said there, he made a statement that, the scream was unfounded and there might have been somebody that sold something down there. But when you talk to the people that live on Ben Hill Road, like we have, some of the neighbors, they know. They laugh. They said, did he really say that? There is a problem down there in all of, Kingsport, all of this area. East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia, West Virginia, all of it.
Once again, please do not talk about any other creators in the chat unless we bring them up. And if you do talk about them, do not bash them. Be respectful when you talk about them, or don't talk about them at all. From here on out, anytime somebody talks about another creator, you will be blocked.
What's going on? I haven't been seeing it.
Mods are getting it, but
Here. Yeah, guys, I understand the strong emotions against what's been going on. I really do.
Right.
Let's just keep it peaceful here. There's a place that
this is
chat
not,
that they do that. I try to not have that here.
Right. This is not the chat for anything like that. They're probably other places that you can go and discuss things like that.
Brianna B says, now you got me on nervous.
We were quite nervous, let me tell you. Who was it that said
Between
that
Jay and Jay Frog went down there. He went, just my thoughts. Guys, if y'all don't know, we spent, people, like when, I'm going to make this very clear right now. There was a lot of things said about us from those people. Go back and look at what we did in the Beach Creek community. I have videos to prove the things we had going on down there. One thing that I will say that took offensive is I have proof. I've never deleted a single live stream video in our video section. It's all there. We had drone operators. We had people that work with EquiSearch. What's his?
Need a diver?
No, we had divers. We had, what's his one name though? COVID brain drone. Not Chris. Not Chris.
Gene Robinson.
Gene Robinson. We had a lot of good stuff going on down there, guys. And I have the proof. I have the live streams to prove everything we were doing and the people that were involved. And we were down there we started 2 months after she went missing. August, we got involved and got in and big things were happening. I do have to say that a lot of that had stopped after things went the way they did. People went their own way. They didn't want to have any attention on them. And you can't blame them for that. It's been a crazy case, ups and downs, but, we just got to trust and have faith in God that he's going to lead us into the right thing. Let's see here. Yeah, and we're not done, Aaron Chase. We're going to be back. We're planning some stuff. I'm just trying to be very careful this time. Yeah, that's true, Kaz. Let's see here. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is, I guess we're going to, Beach Creek is farms, houses, and churches. Yes,
Absolutely.
It is. And very tight-knit community. Like I said, these people have pretty much policed themselves for years and years.
Generations.
It takes 45 minutes for the police to get there. So,
and we can attest to that. It takes 45 minutes.
Let's see here. How far away from Jefferson City, Tennessee? I do not know right at this point in time.
Thank you. Keep it real.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And
all right.
Brianna B, thank you guys.
G-Day, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I'm getting ready to close it out right now. So, that's right, Katie. Let me see. I think that's it. So, okay, PFLs, thank you for sending an email. I will get back to y'all as soon as this is over. But it's true. I got my eye on you. You two need some rest. Yeah, I am tired, actually.
We have done a lot of resting in the last week, but I still I'm just drained.
Yeah,
no energy.
This COVID strain has affected me, and it just took my energy completely out of me. I slept all day yesterday. That's why I kind of felt better today, but I can feel it hitting me now. I'm pretty tired and just don't feel good.
Yeah, and we're a week into this, and we still are not feeling good at all. So
Aaron Chase, her birthday's on the 4th. All right, guys, so let's do this. I'm gonna try something new.
Prayer?
Yeah, I'm going to pray. I'm gonna try something
new. He's found different ways.
Let's see if it works. Good. That's the one.
Oops, sorry.
Can you hear it?
That's what I'm trying to see.
Can y'all hear that?
I don't know if anybody can hear.
I will try this so we can get off it. Yeah, they can hear it? Cool. All right. So, did you write down that one?
No, I kept trying to ask.
All right, we're going to close it out like this.
Okay, everybody, real fast. I'll try to get as many of the prayer requests as I can and write them down. Hold on.
All right, let's do this. Ready?
Oh, we have a couple people that have asked me.
Did they?
Specifically,
Okay.
oh my gosh, I'm so shaky. I can't write.
I know. Yeah, guys, if you came in late on this live, go back, rewatch it. Give us thumbs up if you think we laid it out good. Thought this was very informative, educational. We pray something maybe can bring answers. As bad as this situation could be, maybe, I don't know. I just hope that we can get to the bottom of this, and whoever's responsible has to face justice and face it 100%. All right. So I'm going to start this.
What if you can even read more?
Yeah, I can. All right, guys, y'all ready? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for what you do in our lives. Thank you for being there with us when we don't deserve it. Thank you for being there and saving our lives maybe when we don't even know that you did it. Lord, you're faithful to us when we're not faithful. You're there for us when we choose to go the wrong way or look away on purpose from you. God, I pray that you put your arms around these children that are missing. We ask that you bring answers to these cases, to their parents, to their loved ones. Lord, we ask all the missing that something happens in these cases that makes that we can find answers and reasons and ways to stop and prevent these things from happening. We know criminals are constantly evolving. Lord, we ask that law enforcement evolves with them and is always on point. Lord, we rebuke the evil from our nation. God, we lift up the people in our chat that are asking for prayer, dazed and confused. We ask for prayer for our son. You know how to fix that need in their life better than anybody. Let them know that they have faith in you. All things can happen. You are the main physician. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. That's for sure. Lord, we ask for prayer for Granny Goose. We ask that you just meet her right where she is. Lord, we act as intercessory prayers for each other. We are prayer warriors for one another. Let us always, never take that for granted, but use it. God, we know that when we ask, you're listening, and you will. It's in your time, though. Let us be respectful and know that your time is not our time, and that your time is perfect. God, if I've missed anybody else, Lord, meet them right where they are. There was somebody else that asked for prayer in the chat, Lord, and they said you know exactly what they need. Lord, we ask that you fulfill that need right now, Lord, in the name of Jesus. Again, we rebuke evil from everybody's life. We ask that we turn to you and we have a personal relationship with you. We don't have to live under titles, under religious labels, as long as we believe in you and we have a personal relationship and know that you are there for us. We don't get to heaven by works, but through faith. Let's remember that. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thank you, guys. Let me see. Did I miss anything? Oh, thank you, Natalie Swearingen. Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry to the person that did ask for prayer. I did not get your name wrote down, and then I can't find it. but I'm so sorry that he did pray for you.
Yeah, I did. I just forgot your name. I'm sorry. I didn't write it down on time.
I was trying airborne and then used for a week or two, and I had to erase some stuff and somehow missed it. So I'm so sorry.
Yeah, guys, I think that's gonna be it for us. Thank you, Lean on Me. Thank you guys that were here, and we appreciate each and every one of you.
And thank you to the mods. You guys are amazing.
You do a great job, and sometimes we can't even keep up with you. Sorry if the chat was a little fast. I couldn't get over there and turn it down anymore because I was afraid to mess up everything. Thank you. We see you. This is, let's remember, Summer's not an object. He's not something that we just talk about and that
it's not entertainment.
Yeah, this is a child. Let's work together. Let's make a difference. And not just this case, but every one of them. We have them in every one of our backyards. Chrissy Solera, I'll check them out, guys. Thank you so much. I think that's it for us. I'm gonna play two different things actually before I get off here. I don't know which outro I want to use. I just checked out the other one. It wasn't bad.
No, I like the other one.
All right, guys. Remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice.
But justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate.
Thank you, Yo Bubs.
Thank you.
I caught you right there, Dad. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate you and love you. Thank you for being here tonight. We'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.
All right, guys. I'm going to get off here now. I had to play those. See ya.